Hi, John Czapko, Thrive Insurance Group. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Today, I wanted to talk a little bit more about our franchisee business and some of the requirements that franchisees need from an insurance perspective to make sure they're fully protected within your business from an insurance perspective. So let's dive into why insurance is important from a franchisee perspective and a franchisor perspective. You've invested a lot of money from a franchisee perspective in your business and time, and you need to protect that investment. Insurance allows you to do that. It provides that backstop from an investment perspective to make sure that you have the proper backstop from a business standpoint should something go wrong within your business, whether that's business income, business personal property, liability insurance. There's a lot of different things that we could do to protect that investment of money and time within that business. It also allows the franchisor to set some guidelines and some baselines from a consistency perspective to make sure that they have consistency of message. Brand consistency is important to the franchisor. Consistency of message is important to make sure that they have the consistency within the FDD requirements and a legal perspective that all franchisees look the same, operate the same, etc. And so insurance requirements make that operational efficiencies the same. And then finally, should something happen, it allows you to recover quickly. The brand allows to be able to bounce back quickly and effectively. If we have the right protocols and insurance requirements in place, we can operate quickly and get back on our feet quickly and allow the brand to recuperate quickly. So there's a few things that we need to put in place from a insurance perspective to make sure you're covered properly. We start with general liability insurance. Increments of $1 million, $2 million is what you're going to see generally on your policy. $1 million occurrence, $2 million in aggregate. Your landlord's going to requirement, the FDD is going to require that in item number 7, and that's going to be your starting foundation. Whether you have a brick and mortar, or whether you're a services business, if you're a CPA or financial services business, we might look to errors and omissions, which is a professional liability, kind of a different topic there, but general liability is where we normally start. From there, we're going to look at property insurance. If you have a brick and mortar business, that's where we're going to look at insuring the physical property, whether it's a building you own, a building you lease, whether that's business personal property, your inventory, your computers, your technology, your inventory of items that you have, equipment on hand, that's your business personal property, business income, equipment breakdown. We start going through a very detailed scoping conversation of your business. This is also outlined in the FDD. So you're going to probably have some requirements as far as you need X amount of business improvements and business tenant improvements and different things that are outlined within your FDD. So this should be outlined within that space. Commercial auto, we layer it if you need that. Sometimes you might only need hired and non-owned auto. So, again, this is generally outlined in the FDD. So it's outlined clearly what you need, which is a nice conversation to go through from a scoping conversation. We always look at work comp. We have to do that. Even in Texas, we don't require comp down here, but we always look at that. We had a situation with a hair salon that had a franchisee that had an incident from a comp perspective a few years ago. Fortunately, they had it in place. It was a $40,000 claim, nothing too major, but they had the comp model in place and they were covered. So making sure we have work comp, even in a state like Texas where it's not required, is critical for our businesses to make sure they're covered. And then the last piece we're going to look at layering in is cyber. We always look at cyber and we look at it as a critical component for protection, even if it's not required from an FDD perspective. A lot of franchisors are requiring this more and more to look at this, at least some level of cyber protection for their business. They realize the critical nature of protecting their assets from a cyber perspective. And so these are some of the key pieces from a franchisee perspective that you need to look at for your business. Make sure you're working with your local agent or broker to have these conversations. Make sure you're reviewing your coverages often at a 6-month increment at a minimum to make sure you have the proper coverages in place to make sure that you're protecting your business and your assets and your legacy properly. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. We'd love to be of service. Remember, reach out to us via Facebook, via YouTube, via email. Thrive today, protect tomorrow, and have a great day.